Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 9 with the Seattle Kraken. It is time for the postseason, and we had a good final month and a half of the season. We finished 50, 28, and 4, good for 104 points. Third in the Western Conference, only a point behind the Blackhawks for the second seed. If you look at our schedule, you can see the month of April, we went 6-0. Couldn't have been any better. We got through the deadline here, win, loss, loss, and then win. So we lost one of our last 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We went 15-1 in our last 16 games. Sorry about that. So yeah, 15-1 in our last 16 games. So we're going into the postseason hot. We are going into the postseason relatively healthy. We're still without Anton Lundell. If we make it deep into the postseason, we should get him back. We had Mort Seider. He was out for like 3 months or something. Came back, played one game, and then got hurt again. So if we look at his game by game, you can see he was out on 1/7, came back exactly 3 months later on April 7th against the Blackhawks, scored 2 goals, and proceeded to get hurt again. So hopefully we get him back shortly. If we look at the season stats, David Pastrnak with another 100-point season, 103 points for the Pasta Man. 37 goals, but a career high 66 assists for David Pastrnak. Yeah, that 70-point season a couple years ago really is the outlier, right? I mean, his time with the Kraken, he's had 80, 117, 113, 70, and then 101 and 103. So he's been great for us. Connor Bedard almost had a 50-goal season. That would have been his first 50-goal season. Would have been his first 50-goal season, but it was his third 40-goal season. At age 23, he already has 237 career NHL goals, 525 points in 487 career games at age 23. Matty Beniers with a 40-goal season, 40 goals, 31 assists, 71 points there. Alexander Campbell, only 11 goals, but 50 assists, playing on the third line. Like to see it. Plus 23. Parker Rondo, 26 goals, 27 assists. That's nice. Jesper Bratt had an okay season, 51 points in 80 games. These two names right here, not for any spoilers, but Bratt and Theodore are two names we're going to be looking to move once the season ends. There are some free agents out there that we want to make a run at. Tyler Atchison, his age 22 season, not bad, 43 points, 69 games. Yuri Kulich in his debut season, I guess, with the Kraken at 41 points. Will Sharp was a team high, plus 27, up to 5-star potential. Now he's still growing. He's going to be an animal. Kiwi Haru, a plus 25. He's continuing to grow. Dylan Strome came in at 6 points in 19 games with a plus 3. Fine, solidifying that fourth line. Grady Martin bounced around the lines a bit, but was still fine. 36 points, 76 games. Mikko Jutinen, only 7 goals, but he is just 21, so plenty of room to grow there. Alfred Gilly at age 21, he came up and put up 33 points in 42 games on that second line. Sean Dursey, we picked up trade deadline acquisition, and he was great. 10 points in 20 games was a plus 7. Luke Coughlin, we picked him up last year at the deadline. 16 offensive rating, but only had 28 points. Was a plus 9. Pizarczyk played about half the games, 22 points. Talked about Seider, 21 points in 42 games. Seth Barton, again, good as a 7th defenseman. Degenstein was that kind of 13th forward. He had 11 points in 39 games. And then the goaltending, not good. Not good at all. Emil Vinny, Jeremy Swayman. Neither of them were particularly good. I'm interested who they're going to go with in the postseason. I don't know at this point that we're going to re-sign Swayman. He wants $8 million for 5 years. We might be better off just going with Vinny and then bringing in a backup. So we'll see how that goes. So that's kind of how things went. Standings-wise, you can see we finished second behind the Ducks. Worst record in the league belonged to the Flames, 61 points. In the Eastern Conference, Carolina with 108 points. Connor McDavid led the league in scoring again, 118 points. Led the league in goals with 50. He was the only 50-goal scorer, and he led the league in assists. So you got Bedard second in goals, Beniers sixth, Pasta second in assists, second in points. Just take a quick look through this. Led the league in shots. Darnell Nurse led the league in plus-minus. Rudolph Balcers led the NHL in shorties. Alex Bocage in power play goals. Quentin Musty in penalty minutes. Xavier Ballou in shot blocks, and Tyler Madden was the best face-off guy. Goaltending. Ilya Sorokin with 46 wins, played in 76 games for the second consecutive season for Ottawa. He is an Iron Man. Sebastian Kosa with 37 losses. Kolosov had the best, goals against at 2.51. Save percentage, Tarasov for Toronto. Kyle Klang, 7 shutouts. Jake Ottinger led the league in goals saved above average, and that's that. So it's time for the postseason. So we're either going to sim, you know how this goes. It's either going to be just the postseason, or it will be postseason plus offseason. Depends how quickly the postseason goes for us. So I'm not sure who we're taking on in the first round. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. Anton Lundell to continue to resume skating. Return close for Sider. Okay, so we can get Sider back out there. So Barton out. Barton's not in. Who is in right now? Kiviharu, Sharp, Pizarsik, Theodore, Dursey, Coughlin. Who comes out for Pizarsik, I guess? Replace with Sider. Sider out there on the power play. Yeah. All right, so we don't know who we're playing yet, so we'll just keep simming forward until we do. Edmonton. All right, so we're taking on Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Sider is ready, so he's good to go. Gustav Forsling's not going to be re-signed by Vegas. If we look at Edmonton, see what we see from the Oilers. What we see is Connor McDavid, 118 points. And you've got Matthew Wood at 76. Malcolm Spence, oh wow, 4-star, 5-star potential, 54 points. Anthony Cristoforo, 51 points out of a 23-year-old defenseman. Draisaitl, he only played 56 games, 49 points in 56 games. Darnell Nurse with his plus 49. Dylan Holloway, Evan Bouchard. What do they have in goal? Looks like Rodriguez, who wasn't much better than we were putting out there. So it should be an interesting series. Let's see how it goes. Game 1 at home versus Edmonton is a 5-3, a Kraken victory. You like winning Game 1? Parker Rondo with a shorty in the first. Yuri Kulich gives us a 2-0 lead. They get within 2-1. Then Bedard makes it 3-1. McDavid makes it 3-2. Sider and Bratt make it 5-2. They get a goal with a minute left. And we're going with Swayman. Okay. So we win Game 1. Be really interesting to see if we can get Lundell back here at some point. Game 2. 2 at home against the Oilers is a 4-3 Oilers win. They scored 3 goals in the first period. McDavid, Schaefer, and Spence, they were up 4-0. McDavid scored a minute into the second, and Beniers, Martin, and Bratt, but we couldn't get any closer. And the series is tied at 1, so we now have to win a road game. Game 3 is in Edmonton. And we get that road win, a 6-3 victory. Retake home ice advantage. Draisaitl would get them on the board first. Kulich and Bratt for us. That's 3 goals in 3 games for Jesper. Puljujarvi makes it 2-2. Rondeau scores it back and forth. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 us, 3-3. Gilly makes it 4-3. And then Bedard and Rondeau in the third period give us the victory. So we take a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 in Edmonton. That's right. The Arizona Coyotes are the defending champion. We didn't look at these. Jack Adams Award. Yeah, I'm delaying the series. DJ Smith, Dallas Eakins, Darby Hendrickson, Ted Lindsay, Makar, McDavid, Aho, Messier, Landeskog, Carlson, Werenski, Lady Bing, Newhook, Campbell, and Troy Terry, Selke, Mercer, Holloway, and Dawson Mercer, former Seattle Kraken, and Balsers, Executive of the Year, Billy Guerin, Davidson, and Patty Verbeek. Calder Trophy, Luca Del Bel Belus. That's a great name. Stefan Hrudka and Zachary Morin. Norris Trophy, Nurse, Lacombe, and Chabot. Vezina, Kolosov, Klang, and Edinger. And the Hart Trophy, Makar, McDavid, and Aho. All right, next game. Was a 5-2 loss. I turned my head for just a second and we lost the game. So they were up 4-0 after one period. Barron, DeLuca, and Holloway. All right, so I mean we have home ice. We still have home ice. We split on home. We split the first 2 in Seattle. Split the second 2 in Edmonton. Game 5 at home is 4-3 Kraken victory. So big win in Game 5. We jump out to the big lead here. This time Pasternak, Bratt, and Sharp in the first. Bouchard and Wood would score for them in the second. McDavid would tie it in the third. And then Mo Seider gets the game winner. All right, Game 6 in Edmonton. I mean, if the series goes 7 games and we win, that's fine because that's, that puts us closer to Lundell coming back. See what happens in Game 6. 5-2 Kraken win, and we defeat the Edmonton Oilers in... Yeah, he's getting close. Defeat the Oilers in 6 games. Kulich picks up his third. Draisaitl would tie it, but then Pasta, Bedard, and Strome in the second. Campbell would make it 5-1. They would score with 4 seconds left, and we advance. We advance to the next round of the postseason. We don't know who our next game is going to be against. It's going to be Anaheim or Minnesota. All of those series went 7 games. With Anaheim, it was all about the goaltending. Lundell is ready. He's going to be back for the Anaheim series. You'll love to see it. His fractured vertebrae has healed. All right, so Jutinen will come out, and we will replace him with Anton Lundell. We get Lundell back. That's huge. Lundell and Martin. Power play. We got to get Lundell back out there. What is going on here? No. Connor Bedard, Anton Lundell. Cool, that's huge. That is huge. Let's take a look at the monthly budget. All right, that's jumped up because we're in the postseason. What else do we have to look at? Development report. Shuvnov. Yeah, I want to bring him in next season. He'll be a nice replacement for Theodore, at least with his ratings. If we can. He's signed to a contract in the KHL, so I don't know if we'll be able to, but we will see. Moody, 2.5 stars. He'll probably be up next season. He looks like a pretty solid player. Atchison, Beniers, Coughlin, Degenstein, Gilly, Jutin, Kiviharu, Rondo all get better. Oh, I sent Matthew Joseph down to Coachella. Yeah, he is just, it's been done for him. Damon Hunt is the top-selling jersey in the NHL. All right. Let's take a look at this Anaheim Ducks team. Best team in the NHL this season. Quentin Musty, 94 points. Trevor Zegras, 84. Jack Lacombe, 80 points in 82 games. Troy Terry, 65. Zachary Marin, 58. Mason McTavish, 52. A pretty a good offense. It's very well spread out as well. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on their team who scored at least 21 goals. They had 10 20-goal scorers, and their goaltending was just outrageous. Lucas Dostal only played 19 games. He was 13-2-1 with a 9.31. Klang was unbelievable, 9.22 and a 2.62. So it's going to be a challenge for us. Game 1 at Anaheim. Yeah, we are the road team. And it looks like, yeah, Chicago lost. So if we can get by Anaheim, we will have a home series in the Western Conference Finals. All right, so we have to nominate a player. Larmer, Eliash, Kovalev, Bellows, Hunter. I already know who I'm going with. I'm going with Rick Middleton. That mustache, the former Bruin, Rick Middleton, let's go. All right, game 1 at Anaheim. Ooh, 6-3 Anaheim. Oof, they scored 4 goals in the first. They whooped us. Terry scored 2, Musty scored 2, and I just saw Pasternak got hurt. Okay, it's just day-to-day, though. I don't even want to look at the rest of it. We're down 4-0, and that was that. Game 2. Can we take game 2? Split the series in Anaheim? We do. That's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. So Will Sharp would score for us. Zegras scores for them to tie it. No scoring in the first. That was in the second. Then Bedard and Gilly would give us a 3-1 lead. McTavish and then Bratt. Vinny got the start in that one. Interesting. Okay. But we take home ice away from Anaheim with that Game 2 win. Can we hang on to it with a Game 3 win? We can. 6-2 victory over the Ducks. We lose Atchison for 3 weeks and Kiviharu. He's going to play through the separated shoulder. Atchison's down with an elbow strain. It's fine. We'll just stick Jutinen out there. So 6-2 win. Lundell, Sharp, Theodore in the first. Rondeau makes it 4-0. Tracy makes it 4-1. Drysdale makes it 4-2. And then Gilly and Bratt. So we have a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 at home. We look for a commanding 3-1 series lead. Can we get it? We can't. Anaheim, 4 goals in the third period. And we lose Jesper Bratt. Because of course we do. Altunen, the former Kraken. So Terry and McTavish for them. It was 2-2 after 2. We get goals from Sharp and Kiviharu. And then they blitz us in the third. Atchison now. Or Bratt's day-to-day, so he's okay. All right, so they take back home ice. It's Game 5 in Anaheim. Can we take Game 5? We cannot. So we're going to have to win 2 games in a row. We do have Game 6 at home. 4-1 loss. Quentin Musty and Kasper Haltunen. Again, Haltunen was a former Kraken. Didn't play particularly well last year or this year, but he's having a good series here against us. We got to win Game 6 before we can get to Game 7. So let's see how things go here in Game 6. At home, 5-0 victory. All right, so we pitched the shutout in Game 6. Emil Vinny, 28 shots. Kulich, Gilly, Benier, Sharp, and Theodore. And that means we got Game 7 in Anaheim. for a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals. Let's keep our fingers crossed in Anaheim, and oh my God, 10-2 victory. Hey, we get an achievement. I don't know if you guys can see that, but win a playoff series against a team that finished ahead of you in the regular season. We hammer Anaheim in Game 7 on the road, 10-2, and they were up 2-1 at the end of the first period. Terry and Yzerman for them, Coughlin for us. Second period, Rondo, Bedard, and Durzi would make it 4-2 Seattle. And then Beniers, Bedard, Jutinen, Strome, Kiviharu, and Gilly with a 6-goal explosion in the third period will give us the victory. So what do I want to do next day? Let's just go to the next day. Yeah, taking on Minnesota, taking on the Wild, Let's take a look at the Minnesota Wild, led by Alex Beaucage, 74 points. Is that Matvei Michkov, 24 years old, 67 points. Adam Beckman, 64. Is that Sam Girard? Yeah, Sam Girard, 60 points. Damon Hunt, 51. Not a great offense. Not terrible. Not a terrible offense, but not elite. Goaltender-wise, Jesper Wallstead, 2.77 and a 9.13. So that's what we're dealing with. Let's take a look at our playoff stats. Yeah, it hasn't been much better. Swayman's played 8 games as a 3.91 and an 8.86. Vinny, his goals saved above average is negative, but he's got 2.52 and a 9.31. So statistically, Alfred Gilly, the 21-year-old, leads the team in scoring here in the postseason, 18 points in 13 games. Bedard and Pasternak are both at a point a game, but Alfred Gilly getting it done. All right, this is a home series for us. Game 1 versus Minnesota at home. It's a 4-3 Kraken win. So it's going to be either the Sabres and the Canadiens in the East. Strome for us picks up his 4th goal of the postseason. Deadline acquisitions. You love it. Beaucage for them. Gilly for us. Nolan for them. Bedard for us. Ogren for them. It was 3-3 after 2. Bedard in the third. We take a 1-0 series lead. Vinny gets the start. Stops 41 out of 44. Game 2 at home. 5-3 win. A commanding 2-0 Kraken lead. Jutinen is hurt. Ruptured foot tendon. So he's out for a while. We will replace him with Degenstein until Atchison is back. We win again. Spacek for them first. Strome picks up his 5th. We take a 3-1 lead. Bratt and Lundell. And then in the third, Michkov would make it 3-2. Bedard and Beniers would make it 5-2. Marco Rossi would score. And we are up 2-0. Game 3. Dominating 3-0 series lead against Minnesota. Bedard and Gilly in the first. They get a goal from Nolan, Bedard, Lundell, and Lundell. Anton back playing some big hockey. That top line is rocking and rolling right now. Vinny, 29 out of 31, and we are 1 game away from our 3rd trip to the is this our 3rd trip or our 4th trip? Yeah, we're back-to-back, right? History. Yeah. Back-to-back champions, and then we got knocked out in the Western Conference Finals. So we're looking for our 3rd trip to the Stanley Cup Finals in 4 seasons, and we get it with a 5-0 shutout of Minnesota. We steamrolled the Wild in the Western Conference Finals. Strome picks up his 6th goal of the year. Pasternak and Sharp, and then Gilly and Bratt in the third period. So all that talk about trading Jesper Bratt, he had 15 goals in the regular season. He's got 8 already in the postseason. Vinny pitches the shutout, and we just wait now until our next game. Be against either the Montreal Canadiens or the Buffalo Sabres. as we look for 3 out of 4. So the Sabres take a 3-2 lead. And the Sabres will take on the Buffalo Sabres in the Stanley Cup Final. Atchinson's getting close. Okay, so let's take a look at the Buffalo Sabres. 47-30-5. Good. Old friend Mackenzie Blackwood in goal for the Sabres. Isaac Rosen said, yeah, they don't have a great offense. Isaac Rosen, 79 points. It's fairly balanced. I mean, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players with at least 10 goals. Tage Thompson, 62 points. Adam Fantilli, 55. Lassie Thompson, 52. Rasmus Dahlin had 52. Michael Tepley had 51. Jack Quinn, 49. Jake Bean, 47. Peterka, 39. So, yeah, I mean, good. I mean, it's well balanced. Goaltender-wise, it looks like Carter George got the majority of the starts. He started 74 games, put up a 2.88 and a 9.11. Let's go back and let's look at the Kraken again here in the playoffs. Yeah, it got better. I mean, not for Swayman, but Vinny, a 2.32 and a 9.32. He's been really good in the postseason. Offensively, we are still being led by Gilly, 22 points in 17 games. Pasta up to 20. Bedard up to 19. Lundell with 12 points in his first 11 games back. You love to see that. A lot of scoring. And we are getting ready to try to win our third. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? He's out with a jammed finger. This game, man. This game. Man. All right. Replace with Portillo. Make sure Swayman is in there as our starter. He is. All right. Let's see how it goes. Game 1 at home against Buffalo. It's a 3-2 overtime win. Okay, and now he's back. All right, awesome. So, did he get, if Portillo got the start? No, Swayman got the start. Okay. So, Beckett Seneke got the first goal. We get a goal from Beniers. Fantilli would score for them. Sider for us. And then Yuri Kulich in the overtime would give us the victory. Let's swap him with Vinny. So we're up 1-0 here in the Stanley Cup. We're looking for our third title in 4 seasons. An injured Dursey is hurt. Okay, how long's he out for? Come on, FHM. And I know that the game doesn't, like, it's random, right? Like a day-to-day injury. I'm sure it just goes through a list of day-to-day injuries based on where the player, how the player's stamp or a body injury history looks, but a black eye. So he's out for game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals with a black eye. That ain't right. That's fine. We'll put Pizarnik back out there. Game 2 at home against Buffalo is a 4-0 win. So we have now won 7 straight games here in the postseason. It's going to take a second. It's got to kick over to, no, I guess it kicks over to June tomorrow. Oh, good. Sider's out. Cool. Awesome. With an elbow contusion. Really? An elbow contusion? He's got a bruise on his elbow, and he's going to miss parts of the Stanley Cup Final. Okay. All right. Let's look at the box score first, I guess. So all 4 goals in the second. Pasternak, Beniers, and then Bratt. Swayman pitches the shutout. So Sider's got to come out. And Barton has to go in. Must be a pretty bad bruise. Who do we want on that top line? Coughlin. Yep. All right, now it's going to take a second. It's got to kick over to June 1st. So the future of this series, I'll get into the future. This kicked over a little bit quicker than I thought. All right, so development reports. Shuvnov gets better at his agility. Tatu Numanen is almost ready. That's 16 physicality. He's going to be a beast. Moody, yep, he'll come up. Degenstein gets better. Strom and Theodore get worse. That's fine. Budget. Okay, we still have points. Is everybody still hurt that is hurt? Yeah, Sider and Dursey are still out. All right. Game 3 at Buffalo. 9-1 Seattle win. It may not matter that we don't have Mo Sider out there, as we have just absolutely turned it on here in the postseason. And this started, right? This started right after the trade deadline. 15 of our last 16 games we won. And so Dursey is back, so we will put him out there for Barton. No, that's not what I wanted to do. 9-1. Rondo, Atchison, Gilly, and Lundell in the first. Lundell had 2 goals, 2 assists, Pasta with 4 assists. Bratt, his 11th. Lundell, Bedard, and Gilly. It'd be amazing if Alfred Gilly ends up winning the Conn Smythe. We'll see what happens. Jeremy Swayman and I have unanswered emails. Hall of Fame voting. Let's go. Rick Middleton. Theo Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury. And Patty Verbeek. All right, game 4. We look for the sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals. How long have I been going for? 30 minutes. So if we win this game, this is going to be it. Let's see what happens. Game 4 in Buffalo. And we win 3-1. We win the Stanley Cup for the 3rd time, folks, in 4 seasons. Jesper Bratt, 15 goals during the regular season. He had 12 in the postseason. Lundell and Beniers, Nolan Foote would get a goal for them. Jesper Bratt, Jeremy Swayman was huge in that series. If we look at our team stats, Alfred Gilly, 29 points in 21 games. He was a plus 17. The 21-year-old brought it big time in the Stanley Cup Finals. Pasta with 26, Beniers 24, Bedard 23, Bratt 21, all averaged a point a game. Yeah, our offense was just outrageous in the postseason. Goaltender-wise, they both ended up playing pretty well. I mean, Vinny 8-2 with a 232 and a 932. Swayman 8-3 with a 274 and a 909. So they both played much better in the postseason than they did in the regular season. So we win again. We stand alone, as they say. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's just continue. We'll continue up to the last day. We'll continue up to the 30th. So there we go. So we went 16-1 in our final 17 games of the regular season. We beat the Oilers in 6, the Ducks in 7, and then we swept the Wild and the Sabres in the Western Conference Finals and the Finals. We won our final 10 postseason games. Let's go. Miro Heiskanen, 5-year contract. That's a lot of money. I shouldn't say it's a lot of money. It's a lot of years, a 5-year contract. Simming shouldn't take too long because we don't have many games going on right now. Cool, my contract has been extended. Macklin Celebrini is going to be an RFA. Something to keep in mind. Hintz signs a new contract with Dallas. So we win our 3rd title in 4 years. I would say this is a successful Let's Play. We're going to keep going at least for another season or 2, maybe. Once Out of the Park comes out, that'll be my focus. So most of these other Let's Plays will probably slow down by then. But we will see how it's going. If it's continuing to be fun and you guys are continuing to enjoy it, I will continue to play it. Let's just get everybody signed. I mean, I would say, even if we ended it right now, I would say this was a successful Let's Play. We won 3 titles. and it all started right at the beginning, right? Where we were able to, we finished with the 3rd pick in the draft, and we were able to trade up and get Connor Bedard, and we signed David Pastrnak that same offseason, and that really sped up, obviously, the rebuild for this team. Picking up Pastrnak and Bedard in the same season, and they've been playing on the same line now for 6 or 7 years. All right, so I can select one of these players, Theo. So yeah, it really sped up our rebuild in a hurry. Another Hall of Fame runoff. Theo Fleury. Another Hall of Fame runoff, Theo Fleury. And Brian Propp deserves it too, but. So we're going to have the award ceremonies coming up. Hall of Fame runoff. Yes, I want to vote for Theo Fleury. So we'll have the award ceremonies. We'll have the points I'm awarded for the end of the season. And we'll upgrade us as a coach/GM. And and we win another Stanley Cup. You love to see it. And if we can move Bratt and Theodore, we should have a little bit of money to play with. I don't know what I want to improve, especially now that I think that second line is pretty set with Gilly out there with Beniers now. Anything interesting? Free agency preview. Klang is available, just coming off a huge season. Alex Tuck is available. A couple of potential 3-star guys. Yeah, a lot of 3-star potential. Kent Johnson is available. That was one of the names I was thinking about. He's available. That's the biggest name out there so far. Fiala, Bo Cage is available. Marco Rossi, couple 3.5-star guys. Joseph Swayman, Dursey. There are all of our free agents. Nobody we care about all that much. It would have been nice to bring back Swayman, but not for that kind of money. Thinking about maybe defensively, but he's not that good defensively. Bourgeau, 4-star. I don't know how he's a 4-star guy. All right, so there's some talent. There is some talent. We got the award ceremony. McDavid won the Lindsay, the Art Ross, the Richard. Newhook won the Lady Byng. Gensel, the Masterson. Carlson, the Messier. Kylie Klang, the Jennings. The Hart Trophy goes to Connor McDavid. The Conn Smythe goes to Alfred Gilly, the 21-year-old. Wins the Conn Smythe. You love to see it. Calder Trophy goes to Zachary Morin. The Norris goes to Chabot. Selke goes to Balsers, the Vezina. To Edinger, the Executive of the Year. Patty Verbeek. And the Coach of the Year goes to Dallas Eakins. Let's get to the last day of 2028-2029. So we have 5 positives. We didn't win the Manager of the Year. We didn't finish first, but hey, we won the finals, and that's all that matters. So we have 8 points. And if you can see, I've dumped all of my points into player management. I think we have good. I want to start working on. I figured discipline will help with clicks, and then negotiating skill is obviously, important. So, all right. So that is it, guys. We are done. We are done with this season. When we come back, we will do the off season. So 3 titles in 4 years. Seattle Kraken are a dynasty here in the late 2020s. And we got a couple options in the postseason. I saw Kent Johnson was available. Maybe going after Macklin Celebrini will be nice. But what do we need? I guess let's just look at that really quickly. So if we look at goalies, we've got Vinny. Swayman is gone. Portillo is gone. We will need to I think we already re-signed him. Yeah. So Swayman's gone. Portillo's gone. We will need a goalie. Left defense, Kiviharu, Sharp, Pizarczyk. We're fine there. Right defense. It'll be Seider, Coughlin, and then we may need a defenseman. We may need a defenseman because we only have 5. I think we don't have anybody injured. Yeah, we may need to pick up a defenseman. We'll have Seider and Coughlin on the right side. Maybe we talk about bringing Dursey back. Left wing, yeah, we're set on the left wing. Look at those ratings. We are set up the middle. We'll have Bedard, Campbell, Degenstein, and Gilly who can play the wing. The right wing, Pasternak, Bratt may be gone, and Atchison. Yeah, so backup goalie we're going to need, a defenseman we're going to need, and then maybe a wing. So we may need one of each, especially if we move Bratt and Theodore. But that is for next episode, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.